All right, down here in the bottom left, they've switched positions because the bottom left is where the Emperor himself has spawned. It is none other than Slayer's Boxer.
Sorry about that, Moltran.
That's okay.
Had to run and take care of something real quick.
It's all right. I got to rant about how epic the game was for a while.
That was a crazy game, man. First draw ever.
And
wow. Just
by the way, in case you missed the 50-minute first game of this series, this is, in fact, up in the top right, Complexity's NaNiwa, who, I gotta say, actually showed some of the best Templar protection micro that I've seen. Like, a lot of pro players will try and be like, all right, I'm actually going to get the feedbacks on your ghost before you can snipe me, so I'm going to put my Templar out in the front, and then they just got all EMP'd and they just lose the game. No, he actually kept him in the back so that they were protected, and Boxer putting his barracks in a funny spot.
Interesting. All right, so just messing with NaNiwa's brain here. NaNiwa might come in and scout, not seeing anything in the main, and be like, oh, where are the barracks? Just kind of freak out a little bit. Boxer playing some mind games, but yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, the fact is that when you put a ghost up against a high Templar, the range is going to favor the ghost. You know, the ghost is generally going to be able to strike first. So NaNiwa realizes this, and he's just like, all right, I'm not even going to worry about trying to feedback. I'm just going to stay back, keep my Templar safe, and make sure I can store. Very good answer.
Wow, so Boxer doing a little mind games. NaNiwa's putting his Nexus down first, actually.
Oh, very nice.
And so he might actually, when he gets to Boxer's base, just freak out. Because he'll get there and see no barracks and be like, oh crap, I went Nexus first against Proxy 2 racks. I'm doomed.
Huh. Well, it's going to be interesting.
That's what I would think at least.
Well, it's a big map. It's going to take a long time for him to get there. NaNiwa certainly is going to be under some pressure for sure.
Although,
but Boxer's expanding really quickly,
Boxer's going to put the command center down in front of him, so...
Oh, he's going to see it right there.
Interesting.
So yeah, both these guys going for a macro opening. Boxer, of course, would have been able to put some pressure on if he would have decided to get, you know, like a second barracks right away and do some sort of 2 racks aggression, but just wanted to get a nice macro opening going. Hadn't gotten the gas either, so...
Maybe they just agreed, you know, in private messages before the game. Maybe they're like, let's just get back to the 30-minute mark of that game and game before and just replay the last 15 minutes instead.
Yeah, I mean, it's, well, you got to think these guys, you know, after a game like that, have enough respect for each other to want to, you know, play a legit game rather than, you know, some sort of quick cheesy thing. So props to these guys for doing that. Boxer getting that bunker down there. If you don't put a bunker down, if you go gasless expand, you're going to have a really hard time with early stalkers. Now, NaNiwa, of course, isn't doing that, but you don't see a lot of Protoss going, you know, Nexus first yet.
Yeah, Boxer hasn't scouted at all, actually. I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah, you do see it more often than not on this map, but all in all, you know, it's still kind of a surprise to see a Nexus first. It's still kind of one of those things where like, oh, that's risky, but I feel like in maybe like 3 or 4 months or something, it's going to be very standard.
That Zealot's a little confused. He think Boxer proxied a depot in his base. He's trying to get rid of it.
He just hates depots. He doesn't care who owns them.
he's like Starcraft players. A lot of them, they play, you know, if they play Protoss, they hate anyone who plays Terran Reserve just on principle. It's like, actually,
racist.
Just a game. Yeah, you don't gotta be racist.
So, Boxer making some more Marines right now. You can see just how far NaNiwa is ahead in probes. When you really chrono boost him out after going Nexus first, you get a really nice little economic advantage.
Yeah, he's doing really well. 34
now, of course,
to 24.
with mules, that evens things up a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, SCV doesn't quite get in. Yeah, so Boxer has seen the Nexus, and that is about it right now.
He does not see the 3 extra gateways going down.
Yeah.
And, oh, that's actually a 5th gateway.
5 gates.
So, NaNiwa is preparing to put on some significant... Oh, that is actually a 6th gateway. So it's gone from significant pressure to very significant pressure that he's going to be putting on in the mid-game.
Yep, just going to go for 6 racks there. And, you know, that can do some damage if Boxer's not prepared for it. Stim, you know, is going to be finishing up, excuse me, maybe about the time that gets there, maybe a little bit later. But it all depends on if he puts down enough bunkers, if he scouts it professionally, appropriately, indubitably.
Indubitably. Inconceivably.
Keep saying that word, but I don't think it means what you think it means. I know. I know.
What do you know? I don't know.
I just know.
All right, fair enough. I'm glad you know about it, whatever it is. Yeah, Boxer is... Oh, yeah, he's going to put down a second bunker.
Yeah.
That's good.
You really should have, like, at least 3. I mean, 2, yeah, maybe, but, like, 3, you're like, all right, I'm feeling a little bit safer.
NaNiwa has 5 sentries. He's starting out on mostly stalkers.
Yeah.
Trying to take some pot shots just to try and harass the Marines so they can be softened up for when this attack happens. Boxer is producing out of 2 tech labs and 2 tech lab barracks and 1 reactor barracks. So he's putting out a decent amount of units right now.
Oh. And that's enough stalkers to scare Boxer away. And Boxer's actually going to unload his bunkers there. Oh, take the units from behind him anyway. Unload one of them. And
be careful,
there we go.
Here comes the attack.
Yeah, now Boxer knows what's coming. Gotta pull everything to repair. Nice force fields from NaNiwa. And are we going to see any more force fields coming out here? The Marauders, like some of those, the SCVs all stuck in the back here. NaNiwa's not doing too bad.
Not another force field goes down. He killed off the first bunker. The second bunker is completely intact though, so he's killing off all of the zealots.
Wow, I think NaNiwa may actually have this. A lot of SCVs being killed by Boxer. And looks like NaNiwa's going to pull back for a moment, wait for another warp-in possibly, but yeah,
here's the major reason why that went so badly for Boxer. Stim finished about 1 second before NaNiwa pulled out of there. So if he'd had, I mean, he was that close to Stim. If he'd had Stim during that, that would have been a way different story.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is with that timing, is a lot of times it comes right before Stim ends.
Yeah, it was beautiful timing. Yep. He does have Stim now, though.
NaNiwa has a lot of zealots. Oh, engaging a little bit too early with the stalkers, though. Gotta be careful. Force fielding there. Clean everything, but that's not going to help too much. NaNiwa sees that there is Stim now, and he's got to make the decision. He's taking a third right now.
It's a good plan. Very smart.
Yeah, with third, that means he's not going to go ahead and try to break Boxer right now. He's just going to sit there and be threatening for a little bit, try to prevent Boxer from taking a third anytime soon.
Now, this is kind of similar to the situation actually between Huck and MVP, where Huck got a little bit too aggressive. He thought he'd won the game. I mean, this is not anything like the same situation. MVP was way worse off at that point. But point being, Huck, I think, got a little bit too aggressive, and he ended up losing more stalkers trying to break MVP. He thought he could break him, and he couldn't quite do it, so he lost too much. So in this case, I think it's smart of NaNiwa to just play conservatively, play safely, don't try and break him, and just fall back and get that third base up. It's a very intelligent play.
Yeah, now we saw Boxer loading up a drop here. He's going to try to do some damage to NaNiwa with that. And, you know, that's a pretty common response if you're kind of a little bit behind in TVP. If you feel a little bit pressured, you can maybe sometimes send out a drop, get lucky, do some decent damage. But, you know, if NaNiwa is kind of aware of these things, which I'm sure he is, he might be pretty well prepared for it. We'll see. Let's see if anything scouts it. Boxer flew right around that pylon at the top of the map, so NaNiwa doesn't really know this drop is on the way quite yet. And
drop into the back.
He's going to lose some probes for sure. Nice response by NaNiwa, pulling those probes away right away.
He's going for the robotics facility. A smart move.
Oh, I think he might get it too. Oh, no, he's not going to.
He has forced to pull back.
NaNiwa bring his probes back a little bit early there. Losing a ton. Boxer.
Is he going to lose the medevac? Oh, he's going to lose one full of units. Still an okay trade, though, because he did get a lot of probes there at the end, actually. He did.
He actually took the lead in the worker count.
Yeah, he got 14 probes total in the game, so he's probably got about 10 or 11 in that attack.
Yeah, no, there's a Ghost Academy going down for Boxer as well. The factory's trying to fly over the giant fan so it doesn't burn down. It's like, please, blow out the flames, but that fan is moving too slow, Voltrap.
Yep, it actually just feeds the flames.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually just like making it burn faster. Factory driver's like, this was a bad idea.
Now, Boxer did scout the Templar archives as part of that attack. Actually, no, never mind. He didn't see the Templar archives. Never mind. I don't know how he didn't.
Oh, the observer is going to see the dropships.
He's got stalkers in place.
Warping in some more as well. Yeah, Boxer sees that.
Boxer just turns right around.
Yeah. Good idea.
That would have been suicide.
Mobius reactor is on the way, wants to make sure his ghosts have plenty of energy for EMP and what have you.
He's actually going to try and catch those medevacs in the middle of the field.
Oh.
He might do it.
He's got to be careful, though, too. I mean, Boxer could just as easily turn right around as well.
There's attacking into it, though. Nice force field pinning in place.
Yeah, Boxer has to pick up and move away, and now those medevacs are in danger. No blink yet for NaNiwa, so he can't really chase it as well. I'm wondering if Boxer's going to try to just drop the main, or if he's going to go home, possibly.
NaNiwa still has a group of stalkers in the main to deal with those medevacs.
So he is safe.
So Boxer's just going to have to go home with that force. I was a little bit... Oh, never mind. He's turning back around.
This might be dangerous. He stops right there.
Boxer does see the stalkers with that medevac, so he knows not to go in there. Maybe just taunting NaNiwa, keeping him in space.
All right, so I mean, Boxer knows that he is indeed a little bit behind right now. He's got that worker advantage again from that last drop, but you know that's something that's going to be a little bit temporary. So right now he's going to poke and prod a little bit, try to do a little bit of damage here and there, but overall he's just waiting for those ghosts to come out. So he's going to do those pushes with the EMP backing that up. He'll be a lot stronger if he waits.
Uh-oh, Noah.
What?
Boxer has only 2 SCVs, and one of his is firing his third base.
Well, that's it. Career over. That's the end. I don't know what else to say. You make a mistake like that, that's just something the fans will never forgive you for.
I probably should have pointed it out.
Yep.
Sorry.
He's going to blame you, Moltrap. Your idol is going to blame you.
Don't tell it with me, please. I couldn't live with myself.
I really like that Boxer's getting cloaked with his ghosts every time, too, as well. That's something that a lot of Terran players just kind of skip.
Yeah, and it's so strong. I mean, yeah, if they have an observer, it doesn't work that well, but they're not going to have observers everywhere, and you can also pick off the observers. And I mean, what's the biggest danger? You run in your ghosts, and the danger is that they get feedbacked or killed, right? Well, if they have cloak, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it does certainly help a little bit. It's not a big investment. Some people just skip it because they don't like the idea of something else using their energy other than EMP and snipes, but it seems like if you use it appropriately, it can be well worth it. Boxer's also, again, been doing really good on the upgrades, getting 3-3 right now for his bio, +1 weapons for his Vikings as well. Now, NaNiwa hasn't been doing too bad on the upgrades either. I believe that's +2 weapons going up for right now.
Level 1 weapons actually about to finish, yeah.
Never mind, NaNiwa definitely behind on the upgrades.
NaNiwa has 3 Colossus in production right now.
Yeah, he's been teching instead of upgrading.
Oh no, the cannon!
Oh, nice feedback.
That was
Did you say, oh no, the cannon?
Yeah, oh no, the cannon.
You weren't worried about the cannon, you were worried about
No, I wasn't worried about the cannon. I was saying, oh no, he's going to walk into the cannon with his ghost.
Trap, I didn't know you felt that way about cannons.
I want to shoot the cannon.
Oh no, not the cannon. Not the Templar.
I want to hear the loon.
And Boxer's going to basically kill this fourth, I think. Not a lot NaNiwa can do about it.
No. And he actually has a 5th up now as well, so taking out his 4th is going to reduce it to 4 bases. They're both maxed again. So we have a similar situation to last game.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, but there's no Vikings this time.
He's got to be careful. There is the EMPs on the army. NaNiwa's going to pull back with that.
Yep.
Wants to be sure.
Has some observers on the map, but he doesn't have any with his army.
And Boxer's going to take this opportunity to go right to the 3rd. Oh no. Boxer could do some serious damage here.
He could also get his army pinned in though.
Oh, he might. More EMPs going down. Nothing that NaNiwa has shields right now. Colossi become a bit fragile. Good storms going down, though, for Boxer.
There's just so much Colossus, though, and he can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Boxer's army getting a little bit fragmented, too. The Ghost getting thermal lanced. That is not very comfortable. And, wow, NaNiwa losing his 3rd, but Boxer getting trapped here.
Boxer's solution is just to avoid the Colossus altogether, but his whole army is just going to get wiped out.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful tech switch.
Oh, one Marauder's still alive.
That was like just textbook right there. He's like, all right, when you've got only ghosts, I'm going to switch into triple robotics production. Made 3 Colossus, and Boxer had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing to deal with the Colossus. So NaNiwa takes a 50 supply lead.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that Boxer's composition was expecting something different than NaNiwa had.
Exactly.
Really smart tech switch there. And now NaNiwa's just going to push. And you know what? Boxer doesn't have a lot to defend against this. He's got to be a little bit careful about coming up this ramp. But yeah, EMP on everything in the back. Zealots stay relatively safe. And NaNiwa is just going to absolutely crush Slayer's Boxer right here.
Yeah.
Wow. Not a very long game, too. GG, there it is. NaNiwa takes game 1. Only took him about an hour total, but he did win the first game against Slayer's Boxer. Nice job there.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. After a game where they both were maxed out for 20, 30 minutes, and it came down to a draw, they had to regame. NaNiwa goes for a very nice timing attack, watching clean up Boxer's buildings after Boxer's left the game.
NaNiwa's just hanging out, I guess, just feeling good. There it is. So NaNiwa 1, Slayer's Boxer 0. Not a great day for Slayer's Boxer, I gotta say so far.
No.
But NaNiwa is playing really well. I mean, he's easily playing on a level on par with Boxer's skill today. So
yeah. And even if he does beat Boxer, it's going to come down to if his skill is on par with Provisor. But that was just a genius tech switch there. I mean, that's essentially what won in the game, was switching over, getting 4 Colossus, and Boxer just didn't have anything to deal with the Colossus at all. And we just saw there why you need Vikings when they have Colossus, because if you don't, that's what happens.
You know, I've been hearing Protoss players talk about doing that more often, and we're finally starting to see that, where they kind of, you know, fake, quote-unquote, a certain tech and then switch over to just a ton of Colossi, or, you know, or they start Colossi and switch over to a ton of Templar. And that's really kind of the strength of, that's really the strength of, wow, chat is funny. That's the strength of a Protoss, really, that's kind of undiscovered, is basically the ability to switch tech like that in an expected way. So yeah, we're going to move into the next game here. It is starting. The map is going to be Antigua Shipyards. Don't go anywhere, guys. Arena of Legends, Slayer's Boxer versus Complexity NaNiwa. Game 2 coming up right now.